And over the course of like 15 minutes has gone to here.
It's just ever so slightly gone down.
This thing.
Well, we'll watch that as that falls. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Smoke About It with your hosts.
I thought you were gonna say your name first.
Ed Cap to Daddy.
And this guy.
And that
In
guy.
Sorry,
Chicago.
Mike. Oh my god. Beep.
I'm pretty sure there was an episode where I was using your mic and I was fighting the same thing the entire time, and I could not figure out what was going on.
If it could just stay in the same spot, like.
If it just stayed there.
Okay, let's talk Chinese democracy.
I don't know enough about it.
The album or actual China?
The album.
Okay.
The Guns N' Roses album.
We going worldwide or?
It's not great.
Yeah, I only have listened to Chinese Democracy, and it wasn't fantastic when I listened to it. Definitely isn't what you'd expect from Guns N' Roses.
No. I mean, I know we're like 13 years too late, but...
Yeah. A little late on the information wagon.
Well,
Let me tell you about this new Guns N' Roses album.
well,
From
now you can
2008?
just argue you can't call it a classic rock album.
No.
You can't call it that.
Mm-mm.
So that's what you're debating. You're like,
Yeah.
no, don't call it classic. It's just don't talk about it.
It's definitely not classic rock.
What the fuck? What?
It's something.
Now my mic's falling down.
I did kind of get into it when it first came out. One of my friends in school had it. He had the physical CD of China. He's the only person I've ever met that had a physical copy of Chinese Democracy, or any copy. And
The only copy ever made.
he gave it to me, and I had all the other, like, Use Your Illusion, Appetite for Destruction, all its greatest hits. I'm like, fuck it, I'll complete the Guns N' Roses collection here. And I ripped it onto iTunes, and I did listen through the whole thing. Like, I've listened to every song on it, and I mean, it's fine. Like, but what was it? It was probably about 13 years of waiting for it to come out, I think. I think it was like 13 years. And
Then it was a disappointment.
I couldn't imagine being a hardcore 80s Guns N' Roses fan and, like, waiting 13 to 15 years for this, and it's basically Duke Nukem Forever. And
Super disappointing. Long wait.
All it is just Axl Rose.
Overhyped.
That's what you listen to that album for, is just to hear Axl Rose, and even then it's not fantastic.
My mic stand is forcing me to sit straight because
That's so disappointing.
if I want it to be nice and not moving,
It's got to be up like that.
yeah. Any lower it
I'll
falls.
sit up straight with you.
Does that mean I need a chair? Do I need a chair now? I'll get a chair. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. So,
Man, I don't give a fuck, man.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
well, as of recording this, it's the end of January still.
It is the end of January.
Is it February?
31st.
Tomorrow?
I woke up
Almost.
today and I like did my little nursery rhyme thing in my head. It's like 30 days has September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31 except for February. It has 28. Just to double check that I wasn't losing my mind. I thought for whatever reason yesterday was the end of January.
I think about that too. Because I'm like, well, we just had a 31-day month in December.
Yeah, December should be alternating.
September? So wait, is it a leap year?
Is
Has
this
it
your
been,
leap year?
Has it been 4 years?
I don't know.
Well, I don't remember when the last one was. It wasn't.
That's just why I'm
2016,
asking.
was it?
I don't know.
Let me do
Was
a
it
quick
2016?
Pull out the
quick update
Googles.
on that. Make sure we don't have
That we're not
29
misspeaking.
days. And
In February.
yeah, because I have a vacation at the end, beginning of March. So faster that comes, the better. No, we had 28. It's not a leap year.
When is the next leap year?
So leap year makes it 27, right?
Probably next year.
29.
Make it 29?
No, not next year either.
It's 4 years.
Probably
from
2023. Looks like.
2024.
Nope, 2024.
Yes.
Oh god.
Wait, we had
So-
a leap.
so
Last year
2020
was the leap year?
I don't
2020 was the
remember
leap
that,
year?
Really. I think that it was just
No.
overshadowed. by
Yeah,
all the
2020 was
bullshit that was
2020 was a
happening.
leap year. We had
So that would explain the 31 days on January and 31 days in December then.
No, that's just normal.
yeah, February gets the extra day.
Yeah.
It's either 28 or 29 on a leap year.
Well, I mean, a lot happened in 2020, so
I
we,
guess
That's what I
we
was saying. I
forgot.
think it was got overshadowed by everything that was happening.
Yeah,
We just didn't even think
shit
about
hadn't
it.
really hit the fan though by that point. It wasn't until March, but
Well, there was like whispers and shit in like December and January about it happening, and then goodness,
Oh, yeah.
in February.
Well,
that's
we
when
were
everyone's
still
like, we
mourning.
need to lock it down before shit gets out of hand, and then March everything got out of hand.
A week later, shit
we were,
got out of
we
hand.
were
exactly.
busy mourning Kobe Bryant, and
Dude, he crashed into a mountain
That was so sad.
or a hill.
I'm still not over that.
Kobe Bryant
Yeah.
or the pilot or the other people that were on.
Man, I went-
Yeah, or the other 8 people.
I went
that
to
were on that
B-dubs
plane.
with him the week before. Didn't know that was the last time I'd be seeing Kobe Bryant.
Man, he talked
Kobe
shit
Bean
about him
Bryant.
too.
He's like, dude, fuck this helicopter. It's a piece of shit.
It was super foggy out. The pilot had no idea what
I
was
hope he
going on.
crashes his helicopter soon and gets rid of it.
He needs a new one.
That
How
just
much
goes to
insurance you
show
got on this? You just need to crash it?
That just goes to show you that you can't expend the life of luxury and expect everything to go right all the time.
I mean, you can't trust your pilot.
It was foggy out.
It was a clear
You had no
LA
idea.
smoggy day.
It's an LA smoggy day.
It's smug. It comes from
It's
California. It's making
Everyone
its
just
way to
keeps
South Park.
farting and smelling their own ass.
Oh,
I
that-
like your hybrid. Thanks.
Dang.
I haven't seen any. I haven't like watched anything good recently.
Really?
Have you seen any good movies lately?
Movies?
I watched Django Unchained again.
I love that movie.
So
That's a
good.
solid movie.
The uncut 4-hour director's cut.
No, I didn't know that existed.
Mhm.
Oh no, or is that no? That's Hateful
That's
Eight.
Hateful Eight.
Never mind.
Where they turned it into like 4 parts on Netflix as opposed to just one.
I was
long
thinking of
movie.
watching that last night.
Hateful Eight.
Yeah, because it's on
That's a good one.
Netflix.
I watched all of Parasite finally, not the movie, the show.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah. And I had started it several times, but then there was always one part that I was just super confused. Like when he changes his hairstyle, I never saw like the actual transition. I was always busy or doing something, so I was just like, "What happens?
No.
Why does he have his hair different? Why is he a different person now?"
Who are you?
And then I rewatched it. I'm like, "Oh, that makes sense." But that was actually kind of a depressing ending.
I haven't seen all the way through
Oh,
it.
it's good. Definitely recommend it.
Yeah, I need to check that one out.
Yeah.
I'm right now reading through JoJo's, and once I get through part 4, I'm gonna start watching that.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I've never seen any part of it.
JoJo. It's pretty great.
I hear it's
Bizarre
fantastic.
Adventure.
It's weird. It's cool.
That's like Bobobo.
Bobobo?
Bobobo.
Bobobo.
Sorry, I'm more of a
Giant fist of the nose hair.
I'm more of a Prince of Tennis kind of guy. I always skipped over Bobo. Damn it.
Gotta skip right over.
Had to
that
get to the
Bobo.
Prince of Tennis, man. And whatever
So
the fuck
is
else
that-
is on Toonami.
Was that an actual Shonen Jump anime?
Bobobo?
Yeah.
I think it was.
So
yeah.
I wouldn't doubt
what's the Japanese title? Because what translated into Bobobo?
I think that's just what it's called.
That's what they called it. More like, well, we have no idea. We're not just gonna call him Jim.
it's just a bunch of G's. G.
It's what Johnny Bravo always wanted to be.
Yeah. He's a tough guy.
Mm-hmm.
But
he has
just
no
could never
big nose
grow a
hairs.
mustache.
Johnny Bravo?
Yeah.
Bobobo, or does Bobobo have a mustache?
I think he's got like a pencil stash.
Okay.
But
Or isn't it like the
No, it comes out of his nose hair.
well no, doesn't he have like the Fu Manchu, not the Fu Manchu, but the Fu Man mustache?
I think so. I think he has like 2 pencils or something. Like
Just
just
little tiny, like little black marks on his face.
Yeah.
He's got a giant blonde afro.
yeah.
I just
what's-
remember specifically there was one person that he couldn't beat with his giant fist of the nose hair attack, and then he used his armpit hair, which was like 10 times stronger. Kicked the shit out of that guy. It was hilarious. I also remember that all like the little side characters that they brought on to be like his entourage were just so fucking useless.
Oh yeah,
They
there's
just sat there for comedic effect the whole time.
yeah. There was one of the last episodes where he
Like the Gumby ripoff guy?
Yeah.
yeah, is the blue Gumby guy, the sun guy. I put like little pictures of him up, and I was like, oh, these guys. I like these guys.
I had a basketball teacher in middle school and had a tattoo of Gumby flipping you off on his arm.
Classy.
And then we lost 3 games in a row, and we were absolute garbage. And then he disappeared.
Probably killed himself because...
No, he said that he said that he told one parent, and that parent never relayed the information, but he had like a family emergency or something, so he like moved back across the country.
He wouldn't tell a parent, he would tell his boss.
Yeah. Well, it was just some guy. Like, it wasn't like a school teacher or anything like that. It was just some guy that had done plenty of coaching before, and he lived here, and so they decided to make him one of the coaches for one of our shit rate teams. But
that sounds about right.
yeah, then we went like a whole week practicing without a coach. And we were all fighting amongst each other about who we should listen to and who is the best, because we were like the worst team in the league. So we were like, well, who's the best out of all of us to try and coach us? And we all just sat there and fought. And then the kid who wanted, one of the kids who wanted to be the coach, his dad ended up coming in and coaching, and he was a freaking just your average dad, had no business coaching. So annoying.
Good job, Jimmy.
For football?
Basketball.
Basketball.
Baseball. Yeah. He's the guy who probably just watched it a lot, and he's like, yeah.
I know what I'm doing.
I know it. Yeah, it's like...
Sat there and had us do layup exercises for like 45 minutes of practice. It's like, this is bullshit.
It'd be like me coming in, I'm like, dude, like, I watch so much CSGO, I'm going to be your coach.
I couldn't imagine trying to coach esports
at all. Yeah, that's a different level of detail that you have to coach people on.
You have to be so observant of everything that's going on. Not only that, but you got to be able to check people's egos while also checking your own. Because you can sit there and be like, oh yeah, like in this part I saw, and I'm strictly speaking from an Overwatch coaching standpoint. My roommate used to coach Overwatch for BSU.
Oh, damn.
He's just like, yeah, like in this part, I saw a glint of the Lucio going around behind, and that would have saved your team from, getting booped and putting you in a bad position, like stuff like that. But at the same time, I'm like, how did you see that? Like, I'm watching the tape, and I'm like, at the same, like, I know that you noticed it, but you're also not playing, and you're not in it, trying to like fight the other 5 guys. So
that's another thing too. Is I notice if I'm watching somebody else playing it, like, there's a lot of stuff you notice because you're obviously not playing and kind of focused on something. So like, yeah, I notice a lot of extra stuff happening. I'm like, oh, how did they not see that? I'm like, I go jump into a game, and I'm trying to make my character move around and switch weapons and also look in the corner for that Lucio while I'm pulling out my deagle.
You're just so focused on fighting and surviving.
We're rushing B on Dust 2, and the Lucio pops around the corner, and it's like, holy shit!
What's going on? This is a different game. Why are you here?
I did play a comp match. I was doing some like placements in CSGO, and those games are long. They're so fucking long.
Really?
It's like 30 rounds per game.
Holy crap.
Ugh, rough.
And we won probably like 6 or 7 rounds, but they got the other like 13. Like, we got pretty waffle stomped. Like, oh god, it was bad.
The first and only time I ever played was when we went to a giant LAN party that like the city had put on. Not like the city itself.
I put on for my city.
There's like 80 people there, just like in a warehouse building, all their builds and everything, and I downloaded it. And they got us our own server, so it was like 30v30. And I'd never played the game before, and apparently there was a bunch of people who were really good. So as soon as I'd spawn, go run up around the corner, just getting taken out every time. My kill death ratio was just god awful.
I barely had time to blink.
Never. After that one round, I was like, I'm gonna just practice for the Overwatch play, because that's the only game I know that I'm gonna do halfway decent at.
I need to get back into some Overwatch. I haven't played in a hot minute.
I keep saying that, but I know that I'm such a griefer when it comes to that game that as soon as I turn it on and people aren't doing, at least in like competitive, that because I play with people who are really good traditionally, and so I'm always used to being the worst. But then when I see people who are worse than me, I get upset.
No, you just have to relish in the fact that you are the better in this instance.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you can be like, just do what I'm doing. And then, because you're obviously doing better than them.
That's a horrible advice for Overwatch.
Not when you're the better person.
Yeah, but I can't be like a Reinhardt and be like, yeah, just do what I'm doing.
Well,
our healer.
So that's just a basic.
Just charge in with me.
That was just a basic blanket
Yeah.
statement.
Well, blanket statements don't work, Dad. But no.
But you
it's,
know what I mean.
Yeah, but it's the same way with Sea of Thieves. I just started griefing so hard on that game that I just had to stop playing it for a while. And I think that's ultimately what turned into my downfall of like not playing games nearly as much, is I was just tired of being a bitter asshole about everything.
Yeah, so you just gotta let go.
I know.
Death.
It takes time to let it go for me though.
Ark is a game that will teach you that death is inevitable. You will lose your stuff, and you have to get over it.
Yeah, but with the server the way it is, seeing as there's nobody else around, that's different. But if we just kept getting annihilated by like a single group of people over and over and over again, I'd be like, "Hey, why are we even?"
Well, that's understandable, but this is basic griefing.
Yeah, basic griefing's one thing.
Like I hate that. I
do
get that in
advanced
GTA
griefing.
5, and it drives me crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, how's this fun for anybody?
I can usually get through GTA 5 a little bit because after like maybe 20 minutes of it, somebody will leave you alone. But in like Sea of Thieves, like you just get ran down by the same ship over and over after they beat you one time because they know that they can keep beating you because now you don't have any of your supplies. And then you can't do anything and you just spend 2 hours running away and you're like, this is bullshit.
I've never experienced that.
Really? I
Yeah.
hate that.
Yeah, no, that's never happened.
I used to play a lot of
Now,
Sea of Thieves.
I've been chased down before, and they've just never let up,
Mm-hmm.
and that was annoying.
That's one thing too, but
I've never been just followed, killed, murdered again.
Mm-hmm. Every time you try and make port, or they find out where you're, like when you respawn, you like are trying to like just scour the island for inventory, and then they find out where you're at, and then they just go and blow up your ship, and then you're like, oh my god, now we're stuck here without a ship. What is this?
Yeah, or you save that little rowboat and you rowboat your way across the 7 seas back to port with a couple chests and some skulls.
I pulled some shit out of my ass one time. Granted, they were fighting like a big boss, and they were parked on the other side of the island. But then we took our ship and we sailed it by them, like off into the distance, so that they couldn't like realize that we were there, or like didn't see that we were gonna be trying to attack them. And I got into the rowboat and then I rowed all the way over there, and then our ship landed like another island or two away, and I went on their ship, and because they're fighting one of the big bad guys, of course they're dying, but they just respawn on their ship. So at one point I was just like in the bottom of their galleon, like underneath the stairs, like just listening to them like talking and like running around and stuff up there, and I'm like, if they see me here, they're gonna kill me. And I stole all of their shit, and I made a break for it, and it was great. I kept going back to my rowboat on the side and just putting a bunch of stuff in the storage, go back on their ship, grab all their fun stuff, and like now, once you guys beat this, that's gonna be the only thing you have to turn in.
Yeah, I guess they're adding a bunch of new stuff for 2021.
Sea of Thieves?
Yeah,
I had no idea.
I guess I
I
know
don't
where
doubt it.
saw
They've
that.
been updating it, like massive updates, pretty much since it dropped. Go check out Sea of Thieves. I'm not trying to plug them, but
It's pretty sweet. You want to be a pirate?
I hear nothing but good things about people who still continuously play it.
And we still haven't even done the tall tales of it.
Nope. I am a pirate legend now, though.
Are you?
Mhm.
Nice. I'm not.
That's a pretty cool little thing.
Pirate Legend. Does it
Mhm.
open another set of missions to go to
Yes.
Astoria or
Yeah.
whatever?
It's not necessarily for the story. Like I would say the Tall Tales are probably the closest thing to the story, but it adds like 2 new inventory sets for like outfits and like ship outfitting and
Okay.
a bunch of stuff like that. And there's new missions that you can do, but they're usually really long. Like if you show up, like you start that, and then you do pretty much just that while doing other small things along the side.
Oh, okay.
Because it requires so much like
Shit.
attention. Yeah.
Super pirate, man. Just
But
full-time pirate.
all the stuff that you can unlock is like, oh, you know, while flying a level 5, like
Wall flying?
no, while flying a level 5.
Wall
like
flying.
emissary
sorry.
flag.
They said wall flying. I'm like, what?
What do you mean wall flying?
Yeah.
It's called wall riding. They added a wall riding mechanic in Sea of Thieves.
That would be crazy. You just start scouring mountains.
It'd be like Apex or something,
That'd be sweet.
or
Just bringing Lucio on.
Titanfall, something, whatever. Wall running.
Wall running, boosting it up.
You're
Gets me to
you're
top.
just Spider-Man.
Boop boop.
That'd be crazy. They just add a Spider-Man mod to Sea of Thieves. You can just swing around the island.
Why is there no grappling hook?
Seriously, that like of all the things that there should actually be on that game for like an in-person user, grappling hook.
It's a goddamn grappling hook.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're hunting
Yeah.
for treasure.
Or like if you have to park your ship a ways out because of rocks or whatever, just be able to grappling hook and pull yourself over to your ship as opposed to needing to swim out there.
Yeah. Or hop in the cannon and just.
Yeah.
Whee!
Yeah, overshot like crazy.
Well, there was the island.
Bye.
Now I'm on the other side of it.
Go to the other side of the island. You see the megalodon come out of the waters.
Oh, this is great.
That'd be nuts.
Hello,
Like
darkness.
if they added that into there, if you completely overshoot and you go into the middle of the ocean, a megalodon just comes and swallows you, so you die. So you don't even have the option to go back and try again. You just respawn on your ship. Like, well, fuck, I lost all my meat, all my cooked meat.
That's like whenever you run into a freaking kraken as you're on your way back to port
I hate that.
with a bunch of crap.
I will say that I love fighting the Kraken when you're in just a sloop because it's a lot easier. But if you're in a galleon and you're fighting a Kraken, like it's all hands on deck on those cannons.
Yeah.
And you got to make sure that your shots are hitting, otherwise that son of a bitch is going to crush you. But
All
like on a
hands on
sloop, it's
deck.
just like, all right, pull up. I got to kill that one tentacle. You go over to the other side. It's like, all right, I have 2 tentacles to shoot down. Then it shows another set of 2 tentacles, and then you shoot them down, and then it's over. And it's really not that bad.
Well, that's
But
why we always roll the Brigandine then.
so fast. I just hate chasing sloops, and then they're like, nope, throw anchor, just spin right around real quick, and then they just bounce out of there, and it's like, I'm so tired of chasing you. I want to be the griefer.
Catch me if you can, boy.
Sailing off. Sailing off with their flags held high in the sky.
So annoying.
You said you wanted peace. That was a lie.
I will tell you that
So I took that personally.
there's a lot of times when I go and like, oh, let's fly alliance flags, and other ships are like, yeah, okay, and then they just turn around and kill you, steal your emissary flag. It's like, what was the point? To get me off my guard?
Because they were flying Horde flags, and you were Alliance.
We messed
That's how
up.
the game goes in the World of Warcraft.
For the Horde.
For the Horde. The Horde of the Undead.
Yes. Get State of Decay. Do you have Game Pass again?
No,
No, okay. When do you do?
I know.
When you can.
you tell me every time
I'm
I
sorry.
come over. Get that State of Decay, son.
Please.
Yeah, I need to re-download the Xbox app and start grabbing some games.
So, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Dad. Oh, fuck. Shit.
I will just. Shh. It's quiet. It's quiet.
Real quiet.
Moment of silence.
For the fallen comrades.
Moment of silence for all the fallen dinosaurs that we've had.
You old fallen dinosaurs.
All right, dog bless.
Dog bless.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Something about Game Pass. Games. Oh, I need to figure out what the fuck's been going on with my computer. My monitor's been like shutting off randomly.
Really?
Yeah. I think it might be a driver issue. I think there's a new update out, but yeah, it kind of sucks. I thought my graphics card may have been dying. I was like, don't do this. Don't fucking do
Not
this.
right now.
Not the thick 3.
She was thick, man.
It's out of stock. I can't buy it anymore.
It's no longer available.
Well, I don't think you really want to buy a graphics card right now.
No, definitely not right now. Holy shit. This is like the worst time to be buying a graphics
It
card.
really is. Well, and anywhere locally is out of stock.
Yeah, I went by Best Buy, and they're not a
cleaned
single
up.
one in
Yep.
sight.
Clean
I mean, most of their
out.
computer stuff was gone anyway.
Uh-huh.
There were no Ryzens. There were 2 new Intels. No graphics card. There was 1 power supply, and it was just like a 450 watt or something.
Just some tiny little.
And then like a couple all-in-one coolers and some thermal paste. Like,
Clean
even
the
have any-
fuck out.
Last time I went, they had some more stock of stuff, but there's really like they had motherboards, like a little bit of RAM.
yeah, they
But-
had that stuff, and people don't buy those as frequently though. So they had like one. Intel board, like a Z9 something, Z940 or whatever, and then like a B450.
Couple of ROGs.
Yeah. But that was about it. And they were cleaned out. And RAM's still sitting there at the clean $70 for 2 sticks.
God damn.
Dude, when I went, it was even worse than that. I mean, depending on the RAM that you were looking to get, but anything decent was 110.
What? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I was probably looking at like under 3,000 megahertz.
Oh. Yeah, because the ones that I was looking at are the Corsair 3200.
I was looking at those Crucial, great value.
Ye old Crucials. Yeah.
Crucial.
Oh, man.
Those 16.
It's always
16
great
gigs.
seeing those in somebody's build. It's like, I feel that.
Yeah, that was the one that I got from my brother when we built his computer.
Oh, yeah?
Because I had all my old parts to give him,
Mhm.
which was like the graphics card, the CPU, and I think that was it. But everything else we bought, like we built his whole rig with my parts. It cost like about $300 or less.
Oh, wow.
So he got a pretty killer rig, and now
Yeah.
we've been like, I just gave him my other old stuff. He's now got that 8350,
Oh,
16 gigs of RAM.
A cooler.
Yeah, a nice aftermarket cooler for the CPU that I
Mhm.
bought. An RX 480. He's ready for VR, man.
He's just squared away.
Now I'm gonna build my folks a computer.
Nice.
I just need a case and a power supply.
I would build my parents a computer, but my mom's the only one who uses a computer, and even then she has laptops. But she has like this old as dirt Lenovo that has like a 360 gig like hard drive to it with like maybe 6 gigs of RAM.
Oh shit!
Like yeah, one of the weird builds that they did a while ago.
I'm like, I don't remember the last time I saw a 360 gigabyte hard drive. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's so slow, and she's always complaining about it. And I tell her every time, I'm like, I can clean this up as best as possible. One, it's going to take me 12 hours just to do anything with this because of how long it takes everything to, like, you do a command like pull up the internet. It takes like 2 minutes for it to pull up the internet because of how much shit's on there.
God damn.
I'm like, I could sit here and clean it up 10 ways till Sunday, but your computer sucks. I'm like, the operating system itself, the amount of updates that's required just to keep it on Windows 10 is what's overall fucking your computer right now. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. You just got to get a new machine. And she has a work laptop that's a lot newer, and she uses that for the majority of her stuff. But she's always complaining about that laptop, and I'm like, God, just buy a new one.
Yeah,
That's all you need to do.
I know you don't
Buy a
want to
new
spend
one.
the money, but unfortunately, that's how technology's got to move. You
Yep.
got to get the next one.
Eventually, you got to get something else. You know,
It's like
I'm sure
you've
she's had
this
it for a
like
long
10
time, right?
Yeah, she's had it for over 10 years.
Oh
So-
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's just like with your parents' laptop.
that old Dell.
Yeah.
Dude, that old fucking. That was like a 2006 Dell.
Jeez.
Like, and by the time they finally moved, they didn't get anything new, but just stopped using it. Like, they're like, can you just like make it faster? I'm like, this is from 2006. No,
I can't.
There is no making. I think what I ended up doing was, me or someone else grabbed it, just deleted Windows off of it and installed Linux, and it was marginally faster. But
Just a little bit.
it still was absolute garbage.
Yeah,
And
I
it
don't
was,
know
it
what
was
it is.
fucking heavy too. Like compared to the laptops that like you had at work and stuff that have sold or like that we've had personally. Like that thing was a fucking like 10-pound bitch. Like
God damn.
it was a hulking laptop. I'm like, how do
That's
people
awful.
like carry this around with them?
Yeah,
Like,
how is this mobile?
Yeah, they slap these things in those backpacks.
now I pick up my laptop and it's like maybe 5 pounds. I don't.
Mhm.
Or if you have one of those fancy MacBook Airs, you know, it weighs like 3 pounds.
You can balance it on your finger.
Just spin it around.
Yeah, I'm gonna blow their mind though when I finish the computer because I'm getting an SSD for it.
Nice.
So I'm
Oh,
like,
hell yeah.
if I'm gonna build you a computer, it's gonna be legit.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be great. You're getting this sweet SSD, and you're gonna just brain exploding. How fast Windows just pops up, and you're just like, what?
From the moment you hit the power button, you're already going to have to type in your password to get into Windows.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna have it's just the 2 gig graphics card, my first one that I had. But I'm like, I'm like, the rest of it's pretty decent, but honestly, like, the most overpowered part of your machine is definitely going to be this graphics card. I know you won't be playing any games on it, so this means absolutely nothing. It's honestly, you need maybe a 1 gig card at most.
You need an integrated card, but I'm going to give you.
But here you go if you wanted to put down some disc-based games on the computer. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, except it
It's
won't
gonna
it
make
won't it won't have a
Solitaire look really
DVD
good.
drive. So,
Oh, just kidding. Never mind. Get effed.
so cases like mine doesn't have that anymore. No one needs a disc drive anymore.
No.
Nope.
I have the ability to put one in mine, but I have no reason to.
I still have one, but I don't know what to do with it now.
I got it at first to install the Windows
Mhm.
so I can have the disc, and then never used it again.
I got lucky because Ace had the faulty Windows demo on the.
You need to
on the
upgrade
thumb
that
drive.
to an actual Windows. It
You're
would probably
telling me.
help your
You're
system a
telling
lot. Preaching to the choir,
The
man.
fact that I can't update my actual operating system is pretty detrimental right now.
It's okay.
But yeah,
I can't believe how expensive it is, though, for those
Oh, yeah.
keys.
Yeah.
it's like what.
Well, if you get the
$130?
disc, yeah, it's $100. Like if you get the physical, but if you get the key, at least off like G2A or something, it's like $25
Oh, that's not bad.
for Windows. It's just a one-time use key, but for the full price of paying for that disc, you'd have to reinstall Windows 4 or 5 times to. And I, in the last 5 years, have done it twice. Reinstalled twice.
So not worth.
No, it's definitely
Not
not
worth
worth
it
it. I should not have bought that.
No.
I could have saved $100 on my build originally. Had it like under 500.
Damn.
Does anybody like Good and Plenty's? Because I don't.
I don't.
What
Oh,
is that?
no.
Like a now and later?
I was gonna say, what about,
Like what the hell is a good and plenty?
it's a good and plenty bar, right?
They're like they look like little like pills. They're like purple and white pills. It's black licorice.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, no,
No,
they're
thank
not
you.
good.
Now, what about sixlets?
Aren't those
Those-
chocolate?
Yeah, Sixlets are chocolate. That's good.
They're like the little like Cinco de Mayo beads, but it's just chocolate.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's
shit.
just their shell gives me a wax coating in my mouth.
Really.
Like I have to eat
I-
a lot of sixlets.
I jam fistfuls of it into my mouth. I do not take it easy when it comes to sixlets at all.
That's like with Reese's Pieces,
Oh yeah.
just handful.
See, but Reese's Pieces, I go through one of those like bags and I start to feel sick afterwards. I don't know what it is.
I think it's because you have like a pound of peanut butter and chocolate in your stomach.
Yeah.
Serving size
No.
says 20 pieces, not whole bag.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time. What was
If I
it?
wanna
I think
eat-
I think it's like McDonald's fries or something like that. Is like a serving of McDonald's fries is like 6 fries. Or some
Shut up,
shit.
nerd.
Yeah,
What
it's
the-
just it's a minuscule.
What are you gonna
amount.
do?
It's like-
Save them for later and eat it?
And they're so gross. They're one of the worst fries to try to have at a
McDonald's are the
point.
only fries that you have to eat the moment that you get them or you toss them away.
Yeah, they're.
That's why
Yeah,
they're
you-
one of the best ones to munch on while you're driving home.
Exactly.
Yeah, I always do that because even from the drive to the McD's, which isn't even that far from here, and from there to get to here, depending on like if they come right out of the fryer fresh, they're good by the time I get home. But
Yeah.
you never know. You don't know how long they've been sitting in the warmer.
Exactly.
Like sometimes by the time I get home, they're room temperature and absolute garbage.
Yeah.
There are some like Sonic's fries aren't bad at an extended point of time.
Yeah. Wendy's fries are kind of that way too.
Really.
BK holds up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but BK's actual food is disgusting.
Yeah, it's not that great.
The last time I enjoyed BK's food was when we all worked for Aaron's. And we would stop at that one in Mountain Home. And I don't know what it was, but
It was because
just
it was the
most
stacker.
delicious- It was the most delicious fast food burger.
Who's that stacker, man? On the value menu or whatever.
Yeah, you just get like the BK double stack or whatever with bacon.
Oh, so good.
But it's almost like they actually season the meat. And then I tried, what was it? I was dating a girl at the time, and I tried to tell her, because we were going to Utah for something. I'm like, we're going to stop at the Burger King in Mountain Home. I'm like, you're going to see what I've been talking about this whole time. Wasn't that good at all. I don't know.
Maybe
what
it was because we were just starving.
We'd just been working all day, and we're like, well, that was the last thing we needed to do, so let's stop and get some food before we go home.
Right? Nice double cheeseburger. Just, Oh, yeah, baby.
Especially because it's a 45-minute drive, so you're like...
The last time I had Burger King, I think it was probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was very underwhelmed. Like, I used to really like Burger King. Like, I always get the Whopper, but I don't know what changed lately. But they just don't taste good. It's so bland.
Mm-hmm.
It's so.
I think that's my biggest issue with it too. Is there's just no like genuine flavor to it. Like their claim to fame for their flavor is that it's charbroiled, and I'm like, okay, so it's cooked. That doesn't actually give it any flavor. But
we charbroiled. Did you put seasoning on it? Well, no.
No.
But
The fire does the seasoning.
you don't taste that smoke.
Yeah.
It's pretty much their argument. I remember back in high school.
Look, there's grill marks.
I remember back
That
in
means
high
it's
school.
seasoned, right?
Like right before they did like an overhaul of like their menu and like how they went about their business. But you'd go and get like one of their double cheeseburgers for like $1.50 or something, and it was like a normal sized burger. Mm-hmm. And you could sit there and you could have like one or two of those and you'd be money. And then like 6 weeks after we started doing that, it was when they changed, and then all their value menu burgers got really small, and then they all started tasting bad. I was like, what is happening?
But
Why
they're
do they
$1.50 nuggets, though.
Oh yeah, no. I'll go for Burger King's nuggets any day of the week. That's about the only thing on their menu that I'm like,
Their chicken's still pretty good. Like even
Yeah.
the chicken sandwiches actually
Really?
still are decent. Like I don't really get the OG chicken sandwich, like the long one, the long bun, but like the crispy chicken or spicy chicken sandwich, pretty dang good.
I just wish that those longer ones were cheaper because they're small. Like
Yeah,
if it was like a 8-inch hoagie with a piece of fried chicken in the middle. That's
The
Well,
picture
that's
of
what
me
they
doesn't
say,
story.
too, is they're like, it's on a hoagie bun. It's like, that's a tiny hoagie bun.
It's a 4-inch hoagie bun.
That's a hot dog bun.
It's bullshit. Is what it is.
It looks really big in the picture. You're like, man, that's a long sandwich, and you get it, and it's like, it looks like a Chicken Little from KFC. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's another thing. Chicken Littles taste great, but they're too small and they're too expensive.
Yeah, but I thought they were $1 for the longest time, and now they're like, I swear to God,
It's
I go in, they're like
$5 or
$3
$6 for two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
$5. Like,
Those need to be the size of those Burger King chickens. Because
They
those.
still would need to price them down because those chicken sandwiches are too small.
Well, no, keep the price of the tendies or the littles. I just want some chicken now.
Yeah, it's for real. Now I'm just starting to crave like a chicken sandwich from somewhere.
yeah, there's a Chick-fil-A.
But
I love
Going
me
God's,
some Chick-fil-A.
God's chicken.
When I used to work at the
God's
gym,
chicken.
when I used to work at the gym, they'd give you 2-hour lunches. They're like, yeah, we recommend you work out for an hour and a half.
Wait,
Like,
2-hour-long lunches or 2 hour?
A 2-hour long lunch.
Whoa.
In the middle of the day.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck I'd do for 2 hours. I barely could handle like a 1-hour lunch.
Well, but that's why they're like we recommend you work out, because it's during the least busy time of the day, so you can have pretty much full access to any part of the gym, and then use the half hour to go get food. And so I'd go and I'd work out like crazy, and then I'd go get like 4 chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A, and then I'd just
Dude, hell yeah.
It was great, but then I'd just be sitting there for like the last half of the day, just like I ate so much.
And so fast.
Well, and it was great because I would always ask a guy who's like training for like competition and stuff. And I was like, how bad is it for you if I were to keep doing this? He's like, well, seeing how you work out and how you just throw shit around. He's like, as long as you're burning off more calories than what you're consuming, he's like, it's actually not that bad for you. Like, as opposed to like going and getting like a McDonald's sandwich like every time. But it was either between that or Popeye's chicken. I was always getting one of the two, but I wasn't going to any other.
Yeah.
Well, that's been
I love
proven.
some
It's just like you can pretty much eat anything as long as you have the exercise to counteract it.
Oh yeah, as long as that caloric deficit is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're not doing extra stuff to
Mhm.
kind of fuck you.
But yeah,
Dude,
like-
heroin.
Like heroin.
Let me just do
it's
heroin.
like, no,
and go
you
work
should
out.
be good. It's like,
I
yeah, I'll
couldn't
do
Imagine.
do my workout, get some McChickens, go do a little heroin, come back on shift,
Take a shower.
pass out, pass out in the
Sit there and
shower.
drool in my chair.
Take a scary shower.
Took about an hour. Took a scary shower.
On heroin,
Now I'm lying on the floor.
drowning.
I will tell you that like getting high and going and working out is a lot of fun because I think it's just something about the mindset that you're in when you go, but like you're so much more attentive to like the muscle group that you're trying to work out at that point, and you're just like, best example, you're sitting there doing bicep curls as opposed to just sitting there and cranking out a bunch of them. You're like full extension and you're making sure that you're flexing it the whole time, and you're just like, I can feel my muscle tearing.
And it's like, because you're super focused.
Exactly.
You're just like,
Yeah, that's
So
like
there's just something great about going and
yeah, it's good
working out
for
stoned.
it's good for stuff like that. Like when I clean,
Mhm.
you know, I'll take a couple hits and hit the kitchen, start doing some dishes. I'm like,
You just get in
got
the zone.
it. Wiping the counter, and I'm like, ooh, there's another spot right there. I'm just like, and you got to have the music going too.
Oh, yeah.
You're just like, oh. Same thing with working out. You know, you get some music going. You're like, all right, time to do this workout.
put you in that groove. Just forget about everything else around you.
Yeah.
Zoned in.
I would like to go do gym stuff at some point. Maybe when things kind of are like almost back to normal. Because I wouldn't want to go like wearing a mask. Like that seems really annoying.
Well, I've been thinking
not
about
bad.
picking up a membership at that YMCA
Oh, the why?
down right there.
I forget how close you guys are to
Yeah.
that.
Because I would love to do some rock climbing. There's a gym there.
They're putting a new one out in South Meridian.
YMCA or
Or
rock
actually,
climbing?
it's already out there. Yeah, YMCA.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's like off of Amity and Eagle.
I'd like to use it for the pool. I want to go on the high dive.
Mhm. That's.
And I
used
think
to
they
go
have
to
a
that
lap
one.
pool too.
Um,
You can just swim some laps.
yeah, they do. But they also do like swim meets and stuff there too, so it's not always a guarantee that you.
Oh.
Whereas at the
I'll
gym
fight
that
the
I worked
whole
at,
swim team.
the gym that I worked at, our pool had only 3 lanes, and that was it for
Oh,
like
okay.
lap swimming, and then we had a hot tub. But it was funny because I was like, we're on the 2nd story. How is this safe having a pool up here? And after I quit, it was like a month after I quit, they closed down that whole area because there was like leaking going on to the building below.
Aha.
Yeah, who thought it was a
and
good
as
idea?
As far as I know, they still haven't opened it up.
You're putting gallons of water suspended in the air.
Exactly.
Gravity will still take it down over time.
It's gonna, something's gonna erode away slowly but surely. There's going to be leaks. You cannot fight it. It will happen.
Gravity always wins.
Gravity always wins.
Mother Earth always wins.
Gravity will always fuck you.
Fuck.
But yeah, I've been thinking about getting into the gym lately again too. I've gone a couple times like during COVID with a buddy of mine who had a membership, and
Did you mask up?
yeah, it's really not that bad.
No. I've some NFL players practice with mask, which I thought was cool. It helped you focus your breathing.
Mm-hmm. Well, and a lot of them, like, obviously at that level too, they have those athletic masks that are designed to like completely seal off everything, and you have to breathe through like the filters.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they're doing like the running in half water on the treadmill. Or whatever,
Oh,
and they
yeah.
got that hooked up to their thing. It's like a fucking professional sleep apnea mask.
I've always wanted to try those things out where you're running against the water.
All that resistance. I bet that would be so tiring, though.
Oh, I bet once you get out, it'd be so hard to stay standing.
Mm-hmm. It's like, I just want to melt.
Yeah, because you've been under that resistance for like, 30 minutes, let's say, and then all of a sudden you stop and you just
Well, it's like,
feel all jelly.
you ever been to the ocean?
Once.
Once? How long ago?
Like 2006, went to Disneyland.
Oh, damn. Just trying to run on the beach alone is a pain in the ass just because of the lack of consistency in the sand.
Mm-hmm.
But then trying to run in the water.
Against
or
the
like,
waves.
Yeah, or like even just going to a pool and you try to run in a pool. Like, it's so hard.
Yeah.
The resistance is just too great. And you have no idea what's coming. I almost died in the Pacific Ocean once. It was terrifying.
I just had a bad boogie board incident. Not almost die.
So I was being a dumbass, and it was like the beginning of June when we went up to the southernmost tip of Washington. There's this like really tiny, just like weather-worn town.
Yeah.
Charged way too goddamn much for a pizza there.
$10.
So it was like one of those like family-owned ones that wasn't like a restaurant chain by any stretch. It was just
So
like, hey, we just opened
$22.
$28 for a large pizza.
Oh,
that
this
had-
better be the
that
best
had two
local
toppings,
pizza.
and it was good. I'll give
Yeah.
it that. It was good, but
Okay.
like, you know, we asked for what was it, German sausage and like another meat, and it was, you know, big old slices of German sausage.
Real
like all-
homemade.
Yeah, it was good stuff,
Got
but
that kielbasa?
I ain't gonna pay no $30 fucking for a pizza like that.
And what was that, a medium or a large?
It was a large.
Oh, damn. So $30 with tax for a goddamn pizza.
Yeah. And you know Guido's over
Yeah.
here? No, it's Garbanzo's. Is it
You're right, Guido's.
Guido's?
Yeah, it's right next
How
to
big
the
they
Blue
are?
Sky.
It wasn't even that big.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, it would make more sense if it was that size.
For
And it
$30.
was big. Like, it obviously, you go to something like a Domino's or a Pizza Hut, you order a large pizza. It's not that big. But it's
Yeah.
also like $8 to $10 or $12, depending on what you put on there. But, like, it was a lot bigger than that, but it still wasn't as big as a Guido's pie.
Okay.
And if it was as big as a Guido's pie and it had that on there, I probably wouldn't be complaining.
Was the
because
crust
that's a
like
lot of
fairly
pizza.
thick?
Yeah.
Like a nice doughy crust?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, so if it was that size, that would make sense
Yeah.
in the dough alone.
But it was New York thin crust style, like, it was some
Tiny.
bullshit. Yeah.
18 inches? Or
No,
like
I would say it was probably closer to
24 inches?
Yeah, it was probably closer to 24 inches, which is again still a big pie,
But not that
but
big as Guido's.
not as
which
big
is
as
like-
Guido's, and you're overall you're not getting a ton of pizza because of that thin crust
I
style.
want to say there's almost a 36-inch diameter for that pizza at Guido's.
Guido's, I believe it.
Like
Actually,
3 foot.
let's find out right now.
Who's got the bigger pizza, Guido's or this weird family-ran restaurant back in the day?
And you know how hard it would be for me to figure out where that. Actually, not very.
The name?
I would, yeah. All I'd have to do is go through Google Maps and then find the road that we took to get over there, and then search in that town where it's at.
And then we'll drive over there and try it out. Give the pizza a good old munching.
Um,
I can hear you scratching your beard.
can you?
While you guys doing that, I'm gonna.
Oh, bullshit. Guido's large pizza is 20 inches.
What?
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe that one bit.
I'm gonna pull out a measuring tape. Go to Guido's.
I'm gonna double check that because I don't think you're telling the truth.
And if you're wrong, and it's. Wait, no.
I mean, that's probably about right. Like 20 inches.
I
The
had it.
slices
I
are
had it
huge.
last week, and it's a massive box and a massive pizza
I know,
in
it's
there. I just
disgustingly
I
huge
can't believe
in the
that
best
it's
way.
only 20 inches. I thought it would be closer to something like a 24.
Yeah, like a 2-foot pizza.
Yeah.
I think it might be. That might be wrong. Because you're right, the box is absolutely huge. I was
Massive.
just thinking about the slices because they do also make the slices bigger.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I love that. It's fucking New York pizza where you gotta fold it in half and
Let the grease drip a little bit and then eat it.
yeah. Love those pizza by the slice places.
Well, we'll just have to go
Well,
get
that's
some
like
Guido's
getting
pizza.
that's like getting a full pizza from Pie Hole. It's the same thing.
Oh yeah.
They're
Actually-
massive pizzas, but obviously you hardly ever go there for a full pizza. You usually just go and get
A slice.
a slice or two, and
I
then you're
get
like
3 at
well,
most.
Yeah, that's when I'm like drunk. I'll
Yeah,
get
I'm
3, and
hungry
I'm
as
like, I
hell.
need something to take care of this for in the morning.
Yeah.
It's either that or Los Betos. Oh,
Those like some of the best pizza that I've had was the place across from the old apartments that we lived in, Relic Pizza.
Relic pizza.
Holy shit, dude!
Really?
It was pizza by the
off of
slice.
Overland?
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Cross next on the same side of the road, actually right next door to Majestic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that little strip
Yeah,
mall
yeah.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a place called Relic Pizza, and the owner was always there. He made the sauce by hand at home, brought it in, and
Oh, that's good.
it was the pizza by the slice. It was like I think it was $3.50 for like pizza and a drink,
Mm-hmm.
like
That's
slice.
not bad at all.
Yeah,
That's a good size slice too.
Now I want to go to Relic Pizza.
It
It's
doesn't
gone.
exist anymore.
Oh,
He
they
moved
they
out.
yeah they have
Yeah.
been gone for probably 4 years.
Well, I thought he
This-
said he was doing a
For
food
5
truck,
years.
ooh, yeah. That'd be sweet.
Oh, that might be.
and that's why he moved out. But I don't know what happened to him if that
Yeah,
because he couldn't afford the building.
Yeah, I couldn't afford the rent, and
Well, yeah, you're charging $3.50 for a slice of pizza and a drink. You could be charging closer to $5 depending on the size
Well,
of the
and
slice.
Who knows how much Meridian's charging for that lot?
Yeah,
'Cause it's right next to Majestic, so
yeah,
you
well, and it's right next to the free. Like that whole area is just like shopping central. So
Yeah.
it's. Let's find out. Let's see if Relic Pizza exists in our
Because
town
I remember
anymore.
I was with Ace and he was talking to the owner about that.
Yeah, I wish I'd gone in for one more slice. I should have gone in for one more.
I really miss it. Well, we'll just have to get Guido's. It's close now.
Yeah, I've had it a few times now, and Guido's is damn good. The one downtown is also really good too.
I haven't had the Guido's over here in a while. I've had the one downtown. That was the first time I've had Guido's.
One over here is not bad. I haven't tried the one downtown.
It's not bad.
Yeah, wait time may vary. Like sometimes I'll put my order in, and they're like, "Oh, it's ready by this time." I go drive down there. It maybe takes like a minute and a half to get over there. Once I get over there, I come up. I'm like, "Hey, pick up for me," and they're like, "Yep, here you go."
Nice.
Last time I got it though, I was like, "Okay, it's gonna be ready at 7:30," and 7:25 rolls around. I go drive over there, walk in about 7:30. And like waited inside for about 10 minutes before it was done.
Ah, damn.
I was like, "What the fuck, dude? You telling me 7:30? Come on."
Come on now.
The last time we went last week, some dude put in an order for like 10 pizzas right before we got there
10 pizzas
Yeah.
at Guido's?
at Guido's.
What a fucking animal!
Yeah, like what? Who are you feeding?
It's a soccer
that you
team,
need-
man.
Yeah. Must
Or a
have been
fraternity or something.
10
For here to go.
pizzas.
But excuse me?
You better be taking that out. Get out of here.
Get the fuck out of here! You're gonna sit down in here in the restaurant and eat this right now?
But you don't know my life.
I can't remember the name of the place, but it's off of State Street in Glenwood.
Wuhan Club.
No, it's just this little Italian joint. They do like sandwiches and pizza and like pasta and stuff. But I always wanted to try there. Giuseppe's, maybe?
Have you tried Ling and Louis?
No. I've tried Ling and Louis when it's not fresh, and I haven't been impressed.
Well,
So like
you
my
should try it
my parents
fresh.
my parents would go and get it, and then when they'd come home, like they're like, well, if you want something, like we're not gonna eat the rest of this, and I eat it.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty good.
I've had better Chinese at Chinese buffets, honestly.
That,
I've been to an actual Chinese buffet in a while.
I don't know what it is about Chinese buffets, but they're one of my favorite things in the whole world. They're so good, and I know people who cannot fucking stand them, but I'll go and I'll pay the $10 or whatever it is, and I will eat like 5 plates, just stacked full, and I will devour that shit.
Well, then we'll have to try Great Wall. It's just up Eagle.
So there's Great Wall's okay. The one off of Fairview, I think, is probably my favorite in terms of quality, and then the one off of Overland.
was that like Confucius or something?
No, not
Oh.
Confucius. I think it's just called the Great China Buffet.
Oh,
it's in that strip mall. Off
I've
of, like, 5
been
Mile.
I've been in that one because our previous work paid for us when we were doing like some kind of thing, and we all walked across the street to there.
Oh yeah.
Like is for like some kind of, I don't know, sporting event, truck driving sporting event. But we all went over there and they paid for our lunch, and
Nice.
it was pretty good. It wasn't bad.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely
I'm
enjoy
usually
that.
not like a huge fan of Chinese buffet. I don't know why, but like that one was pretty good. I
Great.
like regular buffets too, though.
Great Wall to me is just they just don't have a huge like variety compared to like the Great China, or I can't remember what the name of the one off of Overland is, but
I sit indifferent on like China buffets. Like, I'll go there, but again, I'm not gonna like really choose it.
start off with a mountain of fried rice in a bowl, get nothing but meat on your first plate. Your second plate, that's when you go for your seafoods.
That's where we
Oh,
went for all of my birthdays because I fucking love Chinese food.
they're so good.
Chinese buffet. No, man, we go to Golden Corral.
See, I got issues with Golden Corral, let
Yeah.
me tell you.
Yeah, no, it's
I-
not the best.
What's the other one? It's Golden Corral and
Chuckarama.
Chuckarama.
Dude, Chuckaret. So me and my brother went to, I think he was over, or maybe it was when he was living with us, but it was just a random spur of the moment. I'm like, dude, you want to go to Chuckarama? And he's like, yeah, let's fucking do it. I'm like, dude, I'm hungry. Let's go. Let's get some buffet. We're on our way there, and we show up, and they close at like 5
Yeah.
or something, and it's like right before then, and they're like getting people out, and I'm like, is the buffet closed? Like, he's like, yeah, we're closing. And I'm like, eat shit.
We don't do the
shit,
dinner
no.
rush.
Like, what the fuck? Money. I'm giving you money.
I want you to feed me, goddammit.
What's the one off of Milwaukee? That's right next to that REI.
Milwaukee.
Isn't that Golden Corral?
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
like that one at
We saw a
fucking all.
magician over there next to that one.
Saw a
Oh
magician?
yeah, he was in his magician car.
Yeah, he was
What the hell is a magician car?
his magician car.
He had
man.
a car with like his face on it and his magician name.
I couldn't. Yeah, I can't remember
But
his
you have
name.
no idea who the fuck it is. He
Nope.
wasn't a very good magician.
Well,
I
he
haven't heard of
wasn't-
him since.
He wasn't magicianing for us. We were going to Golden Corral.
Yeah, man was enjoying dinner with his family or by himself. I don't know.
Magician things.
Dude, he's just doing
They could be
magician
extremely lonely, or they could be swimming in bitches. I don't know. He could have had a bunch of bitches in that van, or it could have just been.
things. They're just waiting. They're like, we're not hungry, but you can eat.
He saws him in half later, and then he takes him out on stage.
See, the
He saws
issue-
him in half before he takes him out on stage, and then he just puts them back together on stage, and they walk off.
So the problem was I didn't go follow him on Facebook, so I could always remember Johnny Magician.
Johnny Magician,
Johnny Madge.
purple van and everything. It was pretty sweet.
Yeah, I really don't like that Golden Corral.
That's
Every
the one,
time I've gone, like, virtually everything that I'll get, and I'll start from one end, and I'll clear through the rest, you know, like, I'll get, like, a whole salad and everything, and I think the salad's my favorite part, because how you fuck up a salad, like, honestly, especially if you're putting it together, but, like, all their different meats and stuff that they have, like, the Mexican style, like, the enchiladas and stuff, like, it's just not good.
The only thing that's really solid in Golden Corral is their dessert buffet.
Yeah. Oh,
Always
yeah.
a banger.
But I hate, like, just filling up on their dessert buffet because...
Well, because
then I
like their
feel-
mac and cheese is weak.
Oh, yeah.
Their
So-
popcorn shrimp is pretty good though. I can get down on their shrimp. I can't trust their meat all the time unless
Like,
like
their chicken or their beef is just not there.
unless I get the stuff that they're cooking right in front of you. Like, what do you
Oh,
want?
okay, I take that back. Their fried chicken is okay.
I haven't had their fried chicken.
That was like one of the only saving graces because I tried like their ribs, I tried like their chicken wings and shit, and like all of it was super weak. And like again, going back to the Mexican stuff, even their like Mexican rice and all that was
Dude,
super weak.
I swear to most buffets that have like Mexican food there, it's always pretty ass. Like the tacos suck, the enchiladas suck.
Like, how do you fuck it up? Like, you can literally go to a store and buy taco seasoning mix. You go, you brown your meat, you put that in there with a little bit of water. You got a damn good taco. Like, how do you fuck that up? Like,
By
it's
not giving
that
a
hard.
goddamn.
Yeah, it's really not
Yeah,
hard.
it all just usually sucks. Their Chinese food section is usually okay. Like their egg rolls are usually fine. I think their rice is okay. I think they have
I don't
noodles.
think I really indulged too much other than like beef or something in the Asian section.
Yeah, it's really tiny.
Yeah.
It's not even a fraction of the whole buffet.
All I know is that I enjoy Chuckarama and I cannot stand Golden Corral.
I haven't really been to Chuckarama.
It's pretty good. It's like it feels like high quality buffet.
Yeah.
As high
Buffet?
quality as a buffet can get, I
It's
guess.
yeah, like the,
Dude, what
like,
about JB's
the fuck is JB's?
It's just a restaurant.
off of Meridian?
Oh.
But it's got a buffet.
Oh. I've heard nothing but like just sexual harassment lawsuits waiting to happen
Oh.
from that from that restaurant.
That
Oh
place,
my god.
I had a girlfriend that said that she wanted to work there one time, and she asked somebody who worked there, and the girl's just like, have fun getting your ass grabbed by virtually everybody who comes here.
That's
I'm like,
cool.
That's fucking awful.
I actually applied to work there like right out of high school.
Really?
Because there was like I think it was for like the front counter position or something.
Like a
I
host
was
or
like,
something.
I was like, yeah, and I talked to them, put it in an app. I'm like, yeah, I'll hear from you. Yeah, no.
Nothing.
but they have really good Belgian waffles there. Their Belgian waffles are bomb.
I love me a Belgian waffle.
I think
We just been sitting here talking about food, and I'm starving. I'm like,
Well,
what
I
am
know,
gonna
right?
do?
Well, then we'll have to talk to you guys on the next episode after we fill up our tummies.
Yes. Oh wait, was this episode 20?
This
Yeah.
is episode 20.
We made it to 20.
We did it.
We're almost legally adult in the eyes of
That
the
way you can all
government.
buy us a drink when we go out.
Cheers.
You guys want to go drinking with us?
If you do want to go drinking with us, subscribe, hit that bell for the notifications. That way you know whenever we drop any videos. And go ahead and follow us on all of our socials, our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yeah.
Make Strong Entertainment.
Follow it. Stay up to date. We'll give you stuff.
We'll give you stuff. You just got to be around. You just got to comment on all our shit, and we'll give you stuff.
And we'll give you stuff.
we'll send you presents
Yeah.
and money.
That's a stretch.
We'll send it in the form of Dogecoin.
Don't don't be making any promises on that because that's about to jump through the roof too. It already is starting to make huge climbs, but
it took a huge tank just the other day. It climbed up to 8 cents and then has been at 2 cents now for.
it's back up to 6.
It's back up to 6.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
I don't know. We'll
It's
figure
worth
out
it.
about Dogecoin, how well that goes.
We'll talk more about
Episode
Dogecoin and all
21,
of
the
our
Dogecoin episode.
all of our favorite little tiddly bits and winks about stonks and cryptids.
Just having another stonky opportunity. All right, goodbye, everybody.